And as always, we're going to be looking for accurate context, good risk management, and always exercising good patience.
Anytime you're talking about fundamentals in a market and direction, fundamentals take a little bit of time to play out.
We got crude oil today, kind of trading yesterday's value area really nicely, low to high.
That's what we're here for, is to put ourselves in the best success. A trading routine does that, builds that habit, lets you know what to work on, what to reflect on, and what to improve on the next day.
Good afternoon, friends and traders. Welcome to the Market Recap. I am Dan Hodgman. It is Monday, October 11th. And as you can see, I'm sitting down with the Hogue himself. John, how are you?
Hey, what's going on? Good to see you.
Oh, interesting day to say the least, huh?
Yeah, kind of typical for a kind of a half a holiday.
I guess that's a good way to put it. It was a half a holiday, kind of. Some people did something, some people didn't. Yeah, it's funny you say that. I didn't even realize it was Columbus Day until I woke up this morning and I got a phone call from Mike Patak and he's like, "Hey, are the markets open? It's Columbus Day." I'm like, "Oh, I forgot it was Columbus Day." Yeah, they're open.
Yes, they are.
So we had some interesting opportunity. Crude oil opened up this morning. Last night we saw it break 82, or at least dip its toe just above that 82 mark.
Yeah, it took a look.
Came back a little bit. I gotta say, I'm not really enjoying these crude oil prices. I'm watching gas continue to rise. We have fully accepted over $3 here in Wisconsin. Might be cheap for some, might be expensive to others. To me, I'm not excited about it. I did a lot of towing this weekend with my truck. So I was doing about 8 miles to the gallon.
Did you have to go far?
I towed my big 30-foot enclosed 8,000-pound trailer about an hour and a half away, picked some stuff up, drove it back, burned through about, let's say, too much gas. That was a fun one. So 3 hours towing about 8,000 pounds. And then pull the boat out of the water. So there's another set of towing, a few thousand pounds. Fortunately, that was a shorter distance. But yeah, it's gas prices are up and no surprise. Crude oil is showing acceptance up above $80. We're going to end the day here coming pretty much sat flat for the last 2 hours or so, right around $80.50. Hasn't really budged as I continue to watch. It hasn't budged from 80.47 in quite some time. Equities, though, equities were volatile. They were moving. We were seeing chances. S&Ps opened up near overnight lows. Rallied up through settlement price, broke through settlement price, came to Friday's swing high, and boom, broke back down, came and checked settlement price, and went and made new lows on the day. Huge move there. Nasdaq, though. Nasdaq was pretty fun, in my opinion. It came to some pivotal levels. We saw Nasdaq open up, rallies to settlement price, moves through settlement price, slows up just slightly at point of control, continues on to value area high. And if you were trading Nasdaq, you saw it struggle once it hit value high of Friday, really started to struggle, rotated back over, and we are racing to make new lows right now. Hell of a move. We got excitement off the open thing, and hey, we're gonna have a positive day here. Nope, we're ending both of those negative.
I'm kind of glad we did not have a positive day because we closed the gap that could create an island top, but yep. We do have late spikes to the downside on crude, on Nasdaq, and the S&Ps. Tomorrow might be a fun day.
I'm excited. It's still a lot going on. There's still a lot of stuff in the news in all facets. There's supply chain things. There's COVID. There's booster shots. There's now COVID pills. I don't even know. There's a lot going on. Oh, and by the way, there's still going to be questions and people are still thinking about this potential government shutdown. Yeah, we've made it past October 18th, but it's all going to roll right back in come December.
Yeah, it's only been kicked down the road.
Yep. All right, gold. Gold's an interesting one. Opens up this morning runs and checks overnight low. From there, rallies right up to overnight high, ending the day slightly down. Pretty quiet day there. Now the euro, pretty similar. Euro actually opens up lower, breaks down a little bit before rallying right back up to settlement price, slightly moving through, but showing no acceptance. And just like S&P's, just like Nasdaq, going to end the day on a new low. 10-year note, pretty damn quiet. Not much to say about it. We caught a little pop off the open, broke back down, end of the day near the lows.
If you were, I'm pretty sure I was talking about gold this morning on the forecast, and I was looking at overnight high and overnight low as my important levels to be watching for opportunities today. Same thing happened in pretty much the euro.
Well, and that's the thing. Like I say it all the time, and I feel like sometimes I sound like, man, can this guy tell me something else? But like overnight highs and overnight lows, if the market's opening up inside of those levels, they're great areas for your first attempts to look for opportunity. Obviously, if it moves outside, for sure, we got other places to look. But step one, opening up inside overnight high and overnight low, there's a darn good probability we're going to at least check one side of those and find some opportunity. So,
yeah, especially if we open inside the previous day's range.
Exactly. We're opening up totally inside. There's always good opportunity. I want to say hello to everyone real quick. Spencer, PD Spencer. I hit my pro account profit target this morning. Way to go. Super excited for you. Welcome to passing through there and getting to that premium funded account. Jacob, good to see you. Frederico, MSS Capital, and Jordan, good to see all of you guys. So John, while we're sitting here, part of the reason you joined me here today, not just giving me some company, but we got some news for tomorrow, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, we are expanding, at least for now, the market forecast. We're going to start at 7:45 a.m. Central tomorrow morning. And for the time being, we're going to see if that gives us a little bit more time, a little bit time to relax a little bit, maybe talk a little bit more about some of the more important information that we're seeing in our basically 7 markets now that we're looking at every day on the forecast and the recap. And I'm looking forward to having a little bit more time to communicate, to ask questions, to get involved in some of the conversations that we're having in the chat room there. So tomorrow morning, 7:45, I'll get up a little bit earlier and be ready for the forecast 15 minutes earlier. And as if that wasn't enough, you guys are going to get sick of me. We're adding another session of group coaching to this week. We're going to have group coaching on Friday at 1 p.m. Central as usual, but next week we're going to have
Wednesday.
2 sessions.
Not Friday.
Wednesday. Did I say Tuesday?
You said Tuesday. When you said Friday, not Wednesday.
And then I said Tuesday.
You never said Tuesday.
Blah, 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 blah.
Let's start that. Let's rewind.
Okay.
There we go.
So we're going to have 2 sessions of group coaching on 1 o'clock Wednesday, this Wednesday, of course, but next week we'll have 2, Monday at 1 p.m. Central, and then again, Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central. So I'm looking forward to having the opportunity to spend more time with our traders and hopefully to help and to make a difference. And as usual, I say, nobody knows everything. I certainly don't. And I'm ready to admit when I don't. So not only does this benefit you, I hope, but it also benefits me because I think I learn more than you do when we do these things. So looking forward to it.
Awesome. And another news tomorrow on the Coach's Playbook at 11:30 a.m. Central Time, we're going to tell you when you become a successful trader. We're going to give you all the secrets, the answers. So make sure you come join us there. I think the answer is going to kind of surprise everyone. All right, so let's talk news really quick before we dive into all these stocks that we like to look at and things that are going on. I kind of think this one's funny. I love going through CNBC. I think there's some great articles. There's some good headlines, a lot of talking heads, but the headlines really, you get a lot of information from them. And this one I love. Jamie Dimon, he's obviously a big deal with CNBC, JP Morgan's CEO. Comes out and basically says today, Bitcoin's worthless is his opinion. I don't know, trading $57,635. I wish I could say that was worthless. But he compares it to cigarettes and concedes clients just want it. find that an interesting analogy. This is paying people
I
for whatever it is. It works.
I could go for a cigarette.
I could go for a Bitcoin. I'll take
There
one.
you
Someone
go.
wants, if I can go out to the smoke pit and bum a Bitcoin from someone really quick, I wouldn't mind. So I found that one interesting. You've got all this stuff going on with Southwest. John, have you seen any of this?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to be flying Southwest in November. I'm hoping they've got all this figured out before then.
I guess time will tell. I have a good friend of mine who was down in Nashville yesterday. Was supposed to fly out yesterday morning. Got to the airport. Flights were canceled. Went back to the Airbnb. Extended it for a day. 12 o'clock this morning. Midnight last night. However you want to call it. Went to get on a Greyhound bus to get himself back home. Got there. They overbooked that. Trip was canceled. Went back to the Airbnb at about 1 a.m. Had to get an Uber 2 hours away to get a rental car from some random town in Tennessee to slowly make his way back home. So I'm sure he's going to send the bill to Southwest.
Probably like hitchhiking. I got to get home.
Right?
Jeez.
So Southwest is struggling with staffing, with weather. Some people aren't really happy with the vaccine mandates, and they're starting to push back a little bit there.
And the goofy thing is they're not telling people. They're letting you hang around the airport and just canceling all these flights and not telling you why or what you can do about it. Or is there another flight I can take? Anything like that. They're just saying it's weather related, but
Right.
Where's the weather?
Right. And if it's weather, I know I can sit around for a couple hours, weather will pass and I'll be able to get on a flight. That's not the case. And this isn't the first time in the last few months that Southwest has had some issues. Their computer system went down a few months ago, shut down thousands and thousands of flights around the country. So Southwest is going to struggle for a little bit. Let's hope that their stock can hang out. We know they took a hit during COVID with the Boeing stuff. They took a hit there. These are just another continue to add on to that Southwest. So we know a lot of people like flying them. I choose not to. It's not my favorite airline. I have other airline that I prefer to fly. So I'm not too worried about myself.
Well, you fly private, don't you?
Obviously.
Obviously.
Other than that, there's really no major news. The news is relatively light. So let's just kind of run through some of these stocks really quick, see what we got going on. Obviously, we mentioned Bitcoin, $57,400 a coin right now. So since we bought it at $34,000 simulated on January 6th, we are sitting pretty in that one, holding strong, making some good coinage there, as they say, even if it's fictitious.
Well, that was a pun.
It was a pun.
It was a pun.
The next stock we bought at $148 a share on January 6th. We are in the money on this one. Airbnb trading $166.67, down 5.5% though today. So we gave back. We're up at 180 and going to end the day. Excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong thing there. Excuse me.
Let's back
down 2% today. I was looking at the 6 month, not the 1 day. We were up 2%, down 2% today. Went as high as 171.50, ending the day at 166.70. Now for the meme stocks, which I think we all find fun. It's been a while since we've seen GameStop make an upside move. GameStop today up 3%, $178.10. Now the one that I find very interesting, I thought maybe we'd see a bigger uptick, pretty much flat on the day. AMC, $37.25. I thought maybe we'd see an uptick with the new James Bond movie coming into theaters. Apparently not. Apparently everyone else found a way to watch it at home.
You can go see a movie for $37, or you can buy a share of stock for $37.
It's about the same. Now's the big dog. Good old Tesla. John. I'm kicking myself. I peeled off all my Tesla before all the good stuff happened. $700 $91.94, just barely up today, up 1%, a little under 1%. That peaked, it eclipsed $800 this morning, broke down a little bit, rallied right back to 800, and now ending near our opening range. So unbelievable. This was split a few months ago.
Yeah, well, it was
5-for-1 split at $2,000.
Yet another of my wonderful visions into the future that I missed.
My dad was telling me for years and years and years, anytime Tesla dips below 300, buy as much as you possibly can and never let it go. Well, I let it go eventually.
That's all right.
Before the big moves, held on to a tiny bit, caught a little bit on the split, peeled a little bit more off. I hope, because now I'm not touching it. The last little bit I have, I am sitting on. I'm taking it to the moon, just like Elon Musk, or maybe we're going to call it to Mars, like Elon Musk. Robinhood, which went public just a few months ago. We're continuing to watch that one. Not a whole lot here. Robinhood's been pretty quiet of a stock. It opened up, gosh, I want to say just a couple back in August, right around 35, popped to 70, broke to nothing. That's not right. Broke a little bit. Been pretty flatlined right around 40 to 45 for the last, pretty much since it went public. So pretty quiet there. Now, the big dog, the good old volatility index, the VIX. We saw equities give us nice 2A opportunity. The VIX gave us nice 2A opportunity. Opens up on the high this morning, about 19.7. Stocks go higher. VIX went lower. VIX broke down to 18. And as soon as we started to see the sell-off in the VIX up at the highs of the day, or in the equities, the sell-off in equities, we started to see the VIX creeps from 18 to 19, holds pretty steady at 19, pops at the end of the day here up to 20.05.
6.8% higher.
Not a bad day for the VIX if you bought that one.
Yeah.
So, all right. So those are everything we got going on in the stock world and what we'd like to pay attention to here on the recap. Let's see. We just got a couple more comments coming in. I just want to make sure I say hello. Daniel, good to see you. Hogue, Spencer says great news about group coaching. So hopefully you see Spencer there.
Good.
Kenneth, but what time is Coach's Playbook? Coach's Playbook tomorrow, Kenneth, is at 11:30 a.m. Central Time right here on our YouTube page. Charles, good to see you. Bitcoin is like Netscape. He's been saying Jamie Dimon's been saying that basically since Bitcoin's inception.
Kenny Powers is here.
Powell.
Oh, Kenny Powell. Sorry.
Today the equities looked great. Almost impossible to get on the long side, but the reversal was great. Absolutely, Charles. Great opportunities up the upside. AMC accepts Dogecoin as cinema payment. Interesting. Charles is asking John about any potential market therapies coming up.
Unfortunately, Dr. Menaker is out of the state this coming Wednesday. He will not be making it, so we'll look forward to seeing him on the next market therapy, which is, I got it right here, November 10th. That's the next time we're going to get to see the good doctor. I know he's bummed. I'm bummed. We're all bummed he's not going to be here, but I got word last Friday that he was going to be out of the state. So no market therapy this week or this month. Sorry
John,
about that.
You mentioned November 10th. Do you know what significance that day has in U.S. history?
It's the birth date of the Marines.
That's correct. 10 November 1775 in a little pub called Tun Tavern in Philadelphia. Marine Corps was incepted.
Didn't I just impress you?
Well, you've spent the last 5 years with the Marine. We're probably reminding you every single November 10th.
I don't remember anybody's birthdays, but I remember that.
I remember nothing, but that's one of the few dates I do remember.
A
All right,
very
John,
important day.
what do we got coming up the rest of the week as it relates to, we got earnings and we got economic events?
Yeah, we've got nothing really that important tomorrow. There's job openings and labor turnovers, 9 Central, some bill and note announcements, nothing impactful there, but third quarter earnings begin to come out on Wednesday with some of our larger banks. We also have CPI at 7:30 and FOMC minutes at 1 o'clock Central Time on Wednesday. Thursday, the usuals, jobless claims. We also have PPI final demand, which may be impactful. Nat gas at 10 and EIA crude status report at 10 o'clock, 9:30 Central for nat gas, 10 o'clock for crude, because of course we had the holiday today. And then Friday, retail sales, Empire State Manufacturing Index, import export prices, business inventories, and Michigan sentiment as far as consumer sentiment is concerned. Some relatively important inflationary numbers, PPI on Thursday, retail sales on Friday. So while it seems a little bit thin, I think there's some pretty important information due out this week.
Yeah, I'll definitely be watching that CPI number. Extremely close on Wednesday. That could, we're seeing very timid stock market right now. If that shows rough, we could see a nice downside move come Wednesday if that number is a miss, or, well, that inflation number scares you. You might be ready to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Get the heck out of everything.
Well, I don't think it's as transient as they think it was supposed to be a couple of months ago, right?
I think so. I mean, and you see it everywhere. I said last Thursday when I sat down with Jack, I actually ran into a farmer buddy up here, ended up reaching out to a couple buddies that are farmers out in Iowa, asking about just their costs, because I started hearing guys talk about how, expect in the next 6 to 8 months that, buying a can of corn is going to be up anywhere from 40 to 60% for the consumer, because everything that they have to buy is up anywhere from 20 to 40% just for the supply issues. So if they got to buy pallets, if they've got to buy packing tape, you name it, every single thing that they're using is up, and that just flips over to the consumer. It just goes downhill right to us that are consuming these products.
Even the gasoline. I mean, it takes gasoline to harvest.
Yep.
So
and gasoline is up over the last year, close to 100%.
Yeah.
I think is a pretty realistic number, up to 100%.
Getting there. Yeah. It's certainly, in certain parts of the country already past that.
I have pictures from I believe it was last April or May of 2020, excuse me, of I was purposely driving around burning gas just so I could go buy more at 99 cents. I mean, I take that. I wasn't purposely burning. I was choosing to drive more because gas was 99 cents and it only cost me $30, to fill my truck, which is just a phenomenal feeling.
Yeah, it's probably 3 times that now.
That it is. All right, John. State and history. I know you got a couple. I'm going to see what you got before I give mine, and then we'll end with a nice little dad joke.
All right, well, this is the what day in history. 1946, Daryl Hall is born, of Hall & Oates. I'm sure we all remember Hall & Oates. 1966, The Doors appeared at Danbury High School. They played at a high school before becoming a big band. 1974, John Denver was at #1 on the UK singles chart with Annie's Song, a song that he wrote about his wife that was written in 10 minutes on a ski lift. What a great place to go write a song, huh?
That's impressive.
Yeah. Yep. 1992, on this date, Cardi B was born. That's the one that I said everybody was going to know. Wait, where's the other one? Where's the other one? The Verve. You remember the Verve, the band?
No.
You might remember the song Bittersweet Symphony. Was had a 4-week run at #1 on the UK chart. That song was actually written by Mick Jagger.
All right.
And that's about it. There's more on here, but nothing too exciting. What you got?
All right. Well, I have a couple music ones because you've skimmed over them, and I think they're two big names that you might like. John Lennon had Imagine re-released on this day in 1971, while he was technically still a Beatle. 4 years later,
I think it was his birthday this weekend. He was 80 this weekend.
oh, how about see? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
4 years later, on the same day, Bruce Springsteen scored his first ever hit with Born to Run. Now, switching gears away from music, we'll touch on a couple other ones. In 1968, Apollo 7 was launched for its 11-day mission, orbiting Earth. It was the first Apollo mission, manned Apollo mission, I believe. And I have one more. Yes, 1975, still running television show debuted. Who do you think it was? What show do you think it was?
75, still running?
Still running.
60 Minutes.
Nope. Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live debuted on this day in 1975.
Funniest thing I've seen on there lately was they had Owen Wilson as a host, and they had him come in and voice the voice for Cars. What was his Lightning McQueen? But they had this storyline that had him like as a criminal, and so he's like reading these lines, and he's like, "Wait a minute, what's going on here?" They have him, I just got out of jail. What?
I haven't seen that one. I haven't watched that show in quite some time.
I haven't either. I just saw that skit, and it was pretty funny.
I'll have to check it out. So that's what I got for this date in history. Before we get out of here, John, I know you got a good dad joke for us. Let's hear it.
The dad joke. We're resurrecting the dad joke. Okay. Every time my wife says she's cold, I tell her to go stand in the corner. It's 90 degrees. 90
I've seen
degrees.
That one recently. Awesome. All right, John. Well, thank you for joining me here today, and everybody, thanks for tuning in. If you didn't get it, John will be back tomorrow morning at 7:45 a.m. Central Time. You're going to get a little bit more time with him on the market forecast, so make sure you go check him out there. And don't forget, Tuesday tomorrow, Coach's Playbook at 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Wednesday, group coaching. And next week, we start 2 group coachings on Mondays and Wednesdays. So you're going to get a lot of John Hoagland. Make sure you check him out. Give him a good heckle.
Yes, I do enjoy a good heckling.
Help me out with that one.
Jacob, trade well tomorrow. Starting your funded venture tomorrow. Take your time. Get your head wrapped around where you are. We're looking forward to your success.
Outstanding. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. So like I said, John will be back tomorrow morning, 7:45 a.m. Central Time. So until then, stay safe, wash your hands, trade smart, trade well. Look forward to seeing you guys.